Do the air color triads really make a difference when you're using them? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day. Today we're going to be painting two miniatures, not four, two miniatures, and both of them are the Juggernauts, one hero version and one zombie version. And we're going to be using the Army Painter's Air Color Triad in a red tone because someone on the channel actually asked this question and asked me if I could paint some up with the color triads to show him if it actually made a difference because he thought it didn't on his blue Space Marines. I don't have any Space Marines. I don't have any Warhammer. Frankly, don't feel like spending my money on Warhammer. So let's get to the table and try out this red triad.
Alright, so first things first is you want to prime these with a matte white, either with a spray can or with the air primer from Army Painter or whatever other thing you can do. Now, as most of you guys wanted, well, first I'm going to answer the question of how do the triads work. So that's what we're going to do first of all. And what we're doing is we're starting off with an Encarmine Red, and for the triads, this is what I do. Now, I don't know if it's a good idea because it actually left some white in areas, but technically I should have base coated the entire thing with this. I ended up doing an underspray first. And then I took the pure red, which is the next color, and I went from the top parts here, trying to get whatever was left over in white. And there is a difference in these colors. This one has a little bit more orange to it, and the other one has a little bit more of a bright red. So you do see kind of a difference whenever you're painting it. The guy who was asking me, he said he used some triads on his Space Marines, and he said it just wasn't working out. Well, frankly, it's, you know, you look at the triad. Now, I'm putting Archangel Red. This one is super orange. You can see it going on perfectly well right now, right? And you see going well on the zombie version as well. And I'm just getting the raised areas, the highlighted areas. And here you go. You have a nice little picture here of what they turn out looking with the triad of colors. Now, what I'm doing now is putting a wash on top of them. And frankly, the red shade that I was using from Citadel kind of blended all the reds together, but not super tons. The point is that you're gonna have some darker areas and lighter areas. Now, my goal is, after doing this, I was like, okay, I gotta try some more triads. I have a whole bunch of them, and I've got these zombies that are sitting there not painted yet from the Dead West box of Zombicide Undead or Alive. So I'm actually going to use, 5 different triads, different kind of skin tones on those zombies. So stay tuned for those episodes, and I'm going to go through some more triads through the airbrush and see how well they work. Now, coming back to my community poll, and by the way, you can check out my community tab anytime you want. I usually post pictures, updates, video links, stuff I find on the internet that is cool, and polls, which are the most important to my members or to just the general community. And I ask you guys questions, and one of them was exactly, I have so many miniatures to paint for Marvel Zombies, what should I concentrate on? Well, most of you said I should look at the ones that have both the zombie version and a normal version. So Juggernaut here is one of those that has both versions. Now the thing is, I'm gonna have to catch up because I did a lot of zombie ones in the past and a lot of other heroes from the base game that have the other one. So I don't know if you guys want to see those videos. I might try and post those, or they might be member exclusive or Patreon exclusive. We'll see. I don't know, because editing videos is always long, recording is always long. I like to just sit there sometimes and just paint, and I can maybe go through them a lot faster. Maybe I'll do some live streams instead too. So let me know in the comments if you actually want to see those single miniatures, or do you want to just see the videos now of the duels between the zombies and the regular versions of these heroes. And as you can see now, I'm actually using a Dorado skin, which is one of the skin tones from the Army Painter, which is also going to be included now, it looks like, in their Fanatics war line, war line. And this one, or these paints actually from the original skin tones set, is really good. I find that they cover really well, especially the lighter ones. The darker ones are a little iffy, need a second coat sometimes. And I watered this one down quite a bit, well, not a ton, but I mean, my brush is wet, and it's covering up the red beautifully. Like, the red is not coming through, and I'm still keeping those nice details of those big muscles. Now the hands were a little bit more tricky because he had a lot of spots that were just popping out here and there on the hand, so you have to be careful when you're painting that as well. And I'm going to toss on a little something later on just to highlight these muscles a little bit more without using a shade, so stay tuned for that part here. Getting his eyes was very tricky. I had to cover up some of the mask again because I hit the edge a bit there. But it's not a big deal because I used the actual air paint and just went back over that area with the red. You can still see the color triad coming through on these miniatures a little bit. And as you can see, I use Mortarian Grime, right, on the zombie version. Why? To give him more of a greenish zombie hue to him in his clothing. And also what's great is that I got into all the nooks and crannies of the pussed up skin, the zombie flesh, and then I'm using Corpse Pale as a base to paint those areas before putting on the bony matter, of course, because I told you guys I was going to use bony matter on pretty much all the zombies unless there's some sort of weird skin color. But I might try putting something on top of... Anyways, you saw what I did one time with, I think it was Mystique, and I made her look zombified, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so yeah, you guys can go vote, and like I said, this was to see if we were going to be doing dual videos or just single videos. So again, hit that like button again, you guys, especially if you like these videos, and comment. I really want to see your comments. I love replying. You can also join my Discord channel. That link is in the description, folks. You can join us there. A whole bunch of us are already in there talking about what we're working on, showing some work that they've actually done that is based off of my stuff. It is great to see that. There's a section called the Miniatures Easterlings Awards or something like that, which we're going to be doing at the end of the year, where I want to see your favorite miniature to be submitted for a annual award ceremony I'm going to be holding on the channel, especially if I hit 5,000 subscribers by the end of 2024. All right, let's make that happen. Okay, here's what I was talking about a while ago with the Dorado skin. Is I added a little bit of pearl pigment toner. So this is like a white extra paint that you mix into the skin tones to make them lighter or darker. There's 3 different colors. There's like a black one, a red one, and a white one. And this one, so what I just mixed it into that Dorado skin and then just went over the highest raised edges, got his teeth with that, and you have a nice little highlight already done. Here we're going in with the bony matter now. This is where we're going to be putting on all that corpse pale I put a while ago. And you know what? Having the corpse pale underneath kind of makes it a little bit more grimy, darker looking, and him having that Mortarian Grime in the recesses actually darkened that as well, which is really cool. So, but however, I think maybe I could have put the Mortarian Grime after I'd put the skin tone, but I didn't want to. Anyways, it would have, anyway, well, I could have, but just because I was painting the skin tones for both of them at the same time. And the videos also, if you want to see, let's say I have zombie and regular version, what I'm trying to do is maybe do different undercoatings, different primers, and all sorts of stuff like that. So this one I really want to show the color triad, but just adding a shade makes all the difference. And now I'm just going to zip through the base here because I'm using some stone golem. There's not much more to do to this here. I accidentally left this, well, not accidentally, I wanted to. I left that sewer cover red, but then with the speed paint I'm using later, the red still comes through, but then with the wash, it kind of helps. But it's still kind of, you know, forgot. So sometimes you just think, oh, okay, well, the speed paint will cover it up. No, it's going to keep that undertone, but it still turns out looking pretty good. Plus, it's just a little bit of a base here. It's not a big deal. But again, Simon brought it with their bases here where we don't have to do any of this stuff. I mean, I could have seen myself using some epic basing stuff from Epic Basing to finish up this miniature, like that column there. They have stuff that's similar like that, the rocks and all that, and that would have been really cool. But I mean, I'm just glad that the base is already done. It just makes it we have to paint more stuff, but it's less hassle to prepare the miniature and all that. Just using a little bit of broadsword silver now on some of the metal parts that are sticking out from that rubble, and like I said, the sewer top there. And then we're going to come over and do a Nuln Oil. Once it's all dry, the base, make sure it's dry, because otherwise you're going to be swapping up some of that paint and it's just going to mix it in and just make it look horrible or wishy-washy. And just slobber this on all the base that you just painted, and it's really going to give it a great rock texture. You're going to see all the nooks and crannies, and like, I'm not saying be gentle with this, I'm saying like goop this stuff on there, okay? It will attach itself to the paint if it's well dry, and it will get into all the nooks and crannies. And this will finish off the 2 Juggernauts from Marvel Zombies. I believe one of them is from the Kickstarter box, and the other one is from the Spider-Man one, the Sinister Six, I think, or something like that. No, this is X-Men. Sorry, this is from the X-Men Resistance one. Here's a list of the paints I used. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you really enjoyed. Hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. It's free. But if you want to also help out, hit that join button. We'll see you all in the next one.